Oh, welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another video. So, if you're new, please subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and help your girl out. Now, guys, in this video, we're going to talk about Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, providing new discovery to CNN journalists.
He's upset. He's upset that somebody would be allowed to do this. They would make a mockery of the system like this. He's upset that this distracts and dissuades real victims from coming forward. He's upset that his kids and his family have to deal with this. He's upset, and he should be upset.
Will Mr. Carter say anything more specifically about Mr. Combs? He didn't really address him in his statement, but anything since outlets and internet speculation have tried to affiliate to them, he didn't really, in his statement, specifically say anything about any of the allegations.
I mean, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions. People know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. If you go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case. And there's nothing more to say.
Let's talk about it, because in case you haven't seen my previous video, please go ahead and check it out, because in that video, Jay-Z's attorney is saying that Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z, they were never friends. It was all business related, and that's where it starts and ends. Now, he called in some journalists, he had a press briefing, he did a PowerPoint presentation, and in this PowerPoint presentation, he's saying that the VMAs bandit, her story that she brought forward with Tony Buzbee, never occurred. It is all flawed, and he has evidence proving as such. Not only that, he's also saying that Tony Buzbee knowingly knew that the statements, the allegations were fake, they were fraud, not true, but Tony Buzbee still brought the lawsuit forward. Now, what Tony Buzbee is saying is that this lawsuit was sent to him from another law firm, and that law firm had vetted all the details. That is what Tony Buzbee is saying. Now, also, Jay-Z's attorney is saying that Tony Buzbee filed a lawsuit in a county that he's not barred to practice, and he did this with the intent of avoiding any sanctions against him, because whenever you file a lawsuit in a county or courtroom that you're not licensed to practice, there can be sanctions potentially against you. So Alex Spiro is saying Tony Buzbee knows what he's doing. He knew from the get-go it's a lie. But I'm going to tell you this. Jay-Z is going to have a lot more of these lawsuits coming forward, and not all of them are going to be false. There's going to be some lawsuits that have some truth to them. So let's dive into this report of Jay-Z's attorney speaking to reporters in New York on Monday, which is today. Now, they're saying Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, told reporters in New York on Monday that allegations from a woman who has accused the hip-hop mogul of sexually assaulting her with Sean Diddy Combs in 2000 are untrue. This is all a fantasy, Spiro told reporters, including CNN, at a private meeting held at Jay-Z's Roc Nation offices in New York City on Monday. We expect the case to be dismissed. If it's not, we expect this all to crumble. Spiro showed a PowerPoint presentation to a small room of reporters, walking through the timeline of the allegations. Accusers' lawsuit that he said, hold on, something is cutting a portion of the report here. So they're saying that Spyro showed a PowerPoint presentation to a small room of reporters, walking through the timeline of the allegations from the accuser's lawsuit that he said are demonstrably false. Now, he's saying none of the details are right because this never happened, Spyro said. When something isn't real, and when something doesn't happen, you're going to get the details wrong because you weren't really there. In an amended complaint filed by the woman as Jane Doe, she accused Jay-Z of awarding her at an after party for the 2000 MTV Music Video Awards. When she 13, Jay-Z, whose given name is Sean Carter, was previously unnamed in her original complaint, which was initially filed in October against Combs. Now guys, let's pause a little bit because what some of my viewers and subscribers have told me is that the VMA bandits have some of her details incorrect, because they're saying that the story collaborates with the 2003 VMA Awards. However, her father is saying he has no recollection of driving that many hours. Now, what they're arguing is that it's possible that the father may not remember driving that long because he had a situation going on at the time. Now, it is revealed that he wasn't really well at the time. But also what that concludes as well, based on sources, is that the father was not in the mental capacity to drive that lengthy hours either. So we're going to have to say that maybe she has that information incorrect, because we know that when it comes to these allegations and cases, those things do happen wherein the information, because it's over 20 years, so you know that it is possible for the VMA bandit to have the information scrambled in her head, and also she's autistic. Now, as I've said, I've seen a lot of people discrediting people with autism, and I'm going to encourage you to not do so, because they're actually bright, brilliant people, and oftentimes their IQ is higher than the average genius. So stop putting autistic people inside that little box of lacking certain capabilities. They're really bright. You wouldn't believe how intelligent they are. Now, let's continue with this report. Now, they're saying none of the details are right because this never happened. Spyro said, when something isn't real and when something doesn't happen, you're going to get the details wrong. Now, we went into the amended lawsuit and all of that. They're saying Carter denied her allegations immediately when the amended complaint was filed. Spyro representation to reporters was made days after Doe admitted in an interview with NBC News that there are inconsistencies in her original story, including key corroborating witnesses, while maintaining her outward accusation against Carter. So she's holding on to her story, and I'm really happy that she's not intimidated by anything or anyone, not even the inconsistencies. Now they're saying, I have made some mistakes. Doe told the outlet, you should always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did ruin your life. I just hope I can give others strength to come forward like I came forward. This is not an account of inconsistencies, Spyro said Monday. This never happened. This is completely false. In Doe's complaint against Coleman Carter, she said that she was taken to an after party after meeting a limo driver who claimed to work for Combs outside Radio City Music Hall, where the MTV event was held. Spyro said that the limousine line was blocked off and guarded by police to prevent public access. No, they're also saying, because remember that she said that she was there about 9:30, right? And then after the lawsuit was amended, they removed the timeline because they're saying that Tony Buzbee removed the time because he realized that the story was not collaborating, and as such the time frame was removed so as to not raise questions or concerns. But even though the time frame was removed, it still raised question and concern. So that did not stop any of that. Now, Sparrow also showed reporters photographs of Carter, Combs, and other celebrities at a VMA after party held at a commercial establishment in New York City. He said Doe's story was not plausible because of the time it would take to travel to the city to the suburbs where the alleged party was held. Doe's attorney, Tony Buzbee, had previously been accused by Sparrow of trying to extort Carter prior to making his name public in the amended filing. In an email to CNN, Buzbee called Sparrow accusations regarding him and his client baseless and said a court exists to resolve factual disputes. So you know that this means Tony Buzbee, he's not backing down. So you know that this is going to be one heck of a court battle. But my concern is because, we've heard that Tony Buzbee give money to his client, and then if their settlement comes through, these clients are told that they owe Tony Buzbee additional money. So he gives them the money as a loan, and he also charges interest. I understand that business is business, but I also think that is also fraudulent as well. So I'm just saying that if the case is working out in this girl's favor, I'm hoping that Tony Buzbee doesn't do that to her. I hope he doesn't see her as, a good little meal ticket, see her as vulnerable and like, hey, you need some money? I can lend you some money and you can figure out a way to pay me back. I hope he doesn't do this to her. Now they're saying when asked about his vetting process, Buzbee said that 4 individuals at his firm interviewed the client and checked details after Doe's original case was referred by another firm. Buzbee said that a background check was run on Doe and his firm engaged a seasoned investigator to vet some details she disclosed to us. Those results were consistent with what the client had told us. Buzbee said, adding that his client has signed 2 separate affidavits. Our client remains adamant about your claim, he told CNN. Now, evidently, those investigators didn't do a good job because the information doesn't match with 2000. It goes closer to activities at the VMAs in 2003. Now, let's continue. They're saying, Sparrow took aim at Buzbee again on Monday, accusing him of shaking down celebrities, including Carter. People like this, they don't send demand letters out to not get money. This is not for truth and justice. This is for money, Sparrow said. Yeah, it is for money. Statute of limitations has passed because it's 25 years. So it has to be money. And sending the letter to try and resolve out of court, it's not illegal. As a matter of fact, it is encouraged by the court. Now they're saying Sparrow told CNN last week that he plans to ask the court to dismiss the case and that he'd seek disciplinary action. He'd seek disciplinary actions against Buzbee and his team. Carter is upset about the allegations against him brought forth by Buzbee, Sparrow said on Monday. That's why they're sabotaging Buzbee down in Houston. Now, he's upset that somebody would be allowed to do this, to make a mockery of the system like this. He's upset that this distracts and dissuades real victims from coming forward, Sparrow said. He's upset that his kids and family have to deal with this. He's upset and he should be upset. Prior to Buzbee filing Doe's amended complaint, Carter lawyers had filed an extortion suit against Buzbee, claiming that the Houston-based attorney was trying to shade down innocent celebrities, politicians, and business people with an army of masked accusers. Buzbee told CNN the Carter extortion case is utterly frivolous. So Buzbee saying Jay-Z's lying, there's no extortion there. Now, lawyer for Combs, who has previously denied all civil allegations against him, criticized Buzbee in a statement to CNN. This is the beginning of the end of this shameful money grab, they said. As for the mountains mounting civil allegations and criminal charges against Combs, Spiro distanced Carter from his case. Of course he's going to do that. No, he says, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years. Just like in all professions, Spiro said, there's no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges of allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case, and there's nothing more to say. So he's saying that's that, and I'm not gonna address it anymore. Now, guys, that was a pretty interesting read. And as I told you guys that Alex Spiro loves to come out with his PowerPoint presentation, and he did in the sense. So I do know that CNN is going to have a report on this. They're going to give us some clips, so I'm going to stay tuned for those clips. The moment that those clips goes public, I'm going to come back and share those with you. But guys, it's your time to chime in. What are your thoughts about Alex Spiro, going in and Tony Buzbee, and Tony Buzbee is not backing down? I want to hear from you guys. Now, while you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share, stay safe, and see you guys later. Peace.